HQTs. Now, Warwickshire Police are asking for your help in tracking down a burglary suspect. They've released this computer-generated photo of the man. He's described as having a perfectly normal, proportioned human face. Yes, it's true. Evidence at the scene suggests he lives in a pineapple under the sea. He may also be wanted by Gotham City Police for fighting Batman. If you know anyone who fits this description, please let us know in the chat right now. I'm Shazza Carpenter, your Chief of Quizitude, and this is HQ Trivia, the game that turns all that ridiculous gurning into sterling. The rules are simple. I'm going to ask you a series of questions ranging from easy to hard. You have 10 seconds to tap the answer. If you get it correct, you move on. Answer all 12 right and you win, or you split that cash. Tonight's prize is a ridiculously good £550. That will get you a ton of food for your Cheshire Cat, a closet full of zippy puppets from Zip Rainbow, or front row seats to see Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. But you've got to win that dash before you spend it on those massive gobs. So let's get this quiz rolling with Q1. Which of these is a popular app game launched by Rovio in 2009? Agitated ferrets, chilled out worms, angry birds. All sound like there'd be a whale of a time to play. Infuriatingly addictive is the mobile game even your grandma plays. Tower toppling, piggy popping, it's Angry Birds. That's what we're talking about here. 75,714 of you don't need to be angry here on Q1. Angry Birds went on to become one of the most downloaded games in history, spawning a host of successes and even a Hollywood film. Q2, who did Michael Douglas's character say lunch was for in the movie Wall Street? Brian from Accounts, lactose intolerant teens, wimps. We know breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but what about lunch? Lunch is absolutely for Brian from Accounts when he's allowed to step away from his desk. Brunch is for champs, but lunch is apparently for wimps. Wimps is the answer right here. 46,481 of you got a wimpy win right there. His lizard-like character ends a phone call with this line. Talking of lines, Charlie Sheen is also in the scene. I want to say hi to some of our players. Hello to Kev, Deb, and the birthday girl Emily. To Charlotte, Joel, the Kent family, Jen, Jason, Chris, Nicola, Martin, Kerry, and Lynn, Archie and Dom, and Oliver Gordon as well. Good luck to all of you. Q3. In Western music, which of the following letters does not symbolize a musical note? B, F, N. I know this because I used to play the recorder in school. Didn't we all? No matter how high you sing, you will never hit this pitch. The only note it symbolizes is non-existent. N is not a musical note, and 44,283 of you are hitting those high notes. The letters A to G represent the full tone pitches in each octave. Some countries do replace B with H, but absolutely nobody uses N. Q4, Manchester United, Arsenal, and which other team have won over 500 Premier League matches? Chelsea, Manchester City, Tottenham Hotspur. 500 Premier League matches, that's a lot of matches right there. Yes, you read that right. Arsenal have actually won some games, adding some much-needed blue into that red fest. It's Chelsea, of course. Go Blues. 33,700 of you winning this match on Q4. Spurs and Man City have won just over 400 and 350 matches, respectively. But what about Watford? Let's just say they aren't at the top. Q5, which famous explorer was born last? Ferdinand Magellan, Christopher Columbus, Marco Polo. We're exploring the deep depths of trivia right now. The original Globetrotter that managed to make it back home from his iconic journey was the youngster Ferdinand Magellan. That's the answer we were looking for. 14,579 of you completely nailed that. Columbus has holidays named after him. Polo has a TV show and a swimming pool game, but Magellan scored with his name on maps and shoe inserts. How glamorous. Q6. Which of these universities is the oldest? Manchester, St. Andrews, Durham. I just can't get away from it, can I? No matter how hard I try. It may be over 600 years old, but it's still got it. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge initially met while studying here. It's St Andrews Uni. 10,778 of you just passed that exam. St Andrews may be Scotland's oldest university, but it's still a wide-eyed fresher compared to Oxford and Cambridge. Q7. Which one of these elements is produced artificially? Nobelium, chromium, phosphorus. You mad scientists should know the answer to this one. The Fast and the Furious may be full of CG, but those chrome rims are 100% natural, created artificially, but its radioactivity is real enough. Nobelium, created artificially. 5,856 of you just scored a Nobel win there. It was named after Alfred Nobel, who managed to both make explosives and have a Peace Prize named after him. Pretty impressive. Q8. Which of these celebrity cooks was not born in London? Ainsley Harriott, Nigella Lawson, Mary Berry. Wish they could whip me up a little something right now. Feeling quite peckish. 3 culinary champions, but which one was born outside the big smoke? Telling the Bake Off to bake off when it moved to Channel 4. Mary Berry is your answer here. 2,919 of you still with us, doing really, really well in the game right now. Regarded as a British institution, Mary was born mortal in Bath before ascending to queenhood on the Bake Off. Q9. Which of these animated characters has the first name Norville? Shaggy, Banana Man, Captain Pugwash. Well, this one's taken us way back, isn't it? To the good old days. We know them all by these names, but whose birth certificate has a big old Norville scratched into it, eating his own body weight in dog snacks every episode? It's Shaggy. Shaggy is your answer. 1,322 of your pesky kids got that one right. Scooby-Doo's old stereotype, Shaggy prefers munching food to solving mysteries. Q10, in a 2013 opinion poll, which European nationality was regarded as being the most honest? Sweden, Ireland, Denmark. Just honest answers here, please, players. They topped the poll with 28% of the vote, but are they the most honest or the best liars? Either way, it's Sweden. Sweden for the win. 637 of you stating nothing but facts. In true British style, we voted almost entirely for ourselves. Ireland wasn't an option, but you would have had my vote, guys. You know you would. Q11. Who interrupted the Queen during the first televised royal Christmas broadcast? Japanese technician, American policeman, German ambassador. Interrupting the Queen? Well, I never. If you're going to interrupt the Queen, best make it something better than, I'm gonna grab a quick coffee. Innocently unaware he was risking his own neck. It was radio interference from an American policeman. If you remember that, 129 of you remember that. No more interruptions, guys. We are moving on to the final round. An additional 36 players have now used their extra lives to get back in here on Q12. £550 up for grabs right now as we speak. Q12, a front page article in Le Figaro in 1909, represented the birth of which art movement? Dadaism, Futurism, Surrealism. Everything riding on your answer right here. Italian poet and editor Filippo Marinetti wrote the article outlining his vision for a new type of art in an 11-point manifesto. He rejected classical traditions, focusing on the evolving technology of the times. Full steam ahead. Futurism for the win here on Q12. We have 42 winners, my lovelies. Congratulations to how you got on and request those shout outs for tomorrow as well. Okay, that's it for tonight. We will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. when another £550 will be up for grabs. Until then, have a great evening and I will see you soon, my lovelies. Bye.